So, this was me 3 months ago, weighing 90 kg in the shape of my life, feeling good, strong, super satisfied. And this is what I look like now. 8 kilograms lighter. What the f*** happened? Well, firstly, how did I get to this point? Which, in my opinion, it's far from an amazing physique, but I was extremely happy with it. I was super satisfied, felt good, probably in the shape of my life. But yeah, how did I get there? So around 6 years ago, I stepped into the gym for the very first time. Skinny and low-key fat. Like your average skinny fat guy, I tried to get as big as fast as possible, which resulted in me getting many injuries. But eventually, after working past those problems, working on my training programs and implementing progressive overload, I eventually started to get some size. And then once I had the size, after a couple of years of eating correctly, I actually looked quite good. I finally got somewhere and I was finally happy. And then I tore my pec, and then I lost weight, and then I had to put that weight back on, and then I was happy. And I hit such a good, content level at the beginning of this year. And like I've said, I was so happy with the way I looked. So yeah, what happened? 3 months ago, something happened in my life. I'm not gonna say what exactly it is, but that event sort of changed my whole mindset. And I was very quickly in a new headspace. And that headspace was a severe lack of motivation to do with anything in my life. I stopped posting on YouTube after having posted some of my favorite videos that I've ever made before, stopped speaking and hanging out with my friends, and just being like a recluse, a hermit that would just stay home and do nothing. And of course, the main part of this video, I stopped going to the gym. And to add to that, I stopped eating completely. Never before in my life have I had an issue with my appetite, but wow, this past 2-3 months, I've barely touched food. And when I have, it's been the wrong kind of food. And as someone that loves eating, someone that loves food, it felt really weird because that just doesn't happen to me. And here are the effects of not eating and not training for 3 months. On screen now is my catalogue of my weights. And as you can see, I went from 92 kilograms in January to 83.5 kilograms in May. And it's the beginning of June now, and I'm still 83.5 kilograms, which I haven't been this light in so long. I'm talking 3 years at least. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. I'm always tired. I'm never hungry. Like I say, I've just turned into someone that I don't really want to be. But today, that all changes, and I'm ready to start pushing this shit again. I want to get fucking jacked, and I'm ready to lock back in, mainly because all of my Muscle Fit t-shirts are now baggy, and I've also got a lad's holiday coming up at the end of this month, and I don't want to look like a twig walking along that beach. So how am I gonna do this? First things first, diet. For the past 2-3 months, I've been living off pizza, sweets, meal deals, just the wrong kind of foods and not enough of it. Oh, and a hell of a lot of drinking, which is ultimately going to result in me losing a hell of a lot of muscle. So in order to fix that, I'm going to increase my protein to how it should have been the entire time, 170 grams to 200 grams of protein every single day. And I'm also going to bump my calories back up, but not too much because I don't want to be a fat bastard walking along that beach, as I've said. I still want to keep a little bit of the shreds there because honestly, over the past couple of months, I have lost a lot of muscle, but I've also lost a little bit of fat. Things like tuna, chicken, eggs, rice, pasta, just basic swaps like that will sort me right out. Nothing extreme, nothing fancy, just making basic simple changes, eating whole foods like I was before, it's gonna sort me right out. Next up, my training program. I'm not too fussed on hopping on some crazy bodybuilding plan. All I need to do, in my opinion, is to just go to the gym 5-6 times a week, doing what I was before, and just getting back on track will do so much for me. And my plan will look something like this. Chest and shoulders Monday, back Tuesday, arms Wednesday, legs Thursday, chest again on Friday, and back on Saturday. Training till failure, pushing hard, and just getting that spark and that love back. And then we have supplements. I have not had a serving of creatine in about 3 months. Is that a contributor to me losing a lot of weight? Maybe, maybe not. But all I know is that this is gonna help me a lot to put my weight back on. So I'm gonna be taking this every single day, as well as pre-workout is back on the menu, and of course, protein shakes. Side note, all of my supplements are from My Protein. If you wanna get anything, code HAL at checkout. My Protein is simply the best in the game. And whilst we're on the subject, Gymshark are constantly doing the sickest drops. My Protein are the best supplements in the game. Gymshark are the best clothes in the game. Code HAL10 at checkout to save yourself a bit of money, and it helps me out a bunch. So yeah, I believe that is the plan sorted. And with all that being said, let's waste no time. Let's put this plan into action. All right, time is midnight, almost on the dot. I'm hungry. That is good news. I'm hungry for once. And instead of going to bed hungry, I'm gonna have a fat protein shake. I never have these milky protein shakes, but this is actually really nice. Trying to get back into my eating, boys. Right, that is it for this video. Little life update, kind of. Gonna get back into this content routine. I've been gone for way too long. But yeah, we are on the road to getting not skinny again. Got some good stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Yeah, appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one.